The Testaments, Volume 2. Mankind is a failure. Free will is a flaw. They will have disobeyed my command for the last time. Mankind will be born anew, free from the tyranny of choice. This will be my command. It is known that each world inhabits a god. Some are benevolent, some are cruel. It is known that each god has a species or two of their own, their worshippers, in a world moulded by their hand. Of course, no one knows whether it is the species or the god that comes first. In each and every case, the birth of one signifies the birth of the other. No civilizations can go without their god for long. It is the fire they give to their subjects, the fire of creation, of imagination, of will, that sustains their life forces. The blessed, those who receive the blessings of their god, can do wondrous tasks. They are prophets who uphold the codes of their god. It is this fire that gave rise to travel across the stars. Flaming portals of energy, connecting worlds across the expanse of space, cutting through the void with the fiery brand of divinity. Understandably, several holy wars stretching across entire worlds took place whenever first contact was made, when prophets tried to spread the word of their god to other worlds. The sky and the ground shook in the dark ages before the council. Gods flaunted their power by sending millions to fight in their name. Bodies formed hills, formed mountains, formed islands. The corpses of slain gods covered entire continents. It would be hundreds of years before peace was declared. After the Great Holy War, the council was formed. 24 of the surviving gods were elected to seats that facilitated trade, religious tolerance, and first contact after the bloodshed of the Great Holy War. The Testaments, Volume 3. None must be allowed to alter their fates. I will hammer my law in their bones. I will weave my words in their veins. My perfect children, for eternity. The angels were eventually discovered in a relatively sparse solar system. 3 rocky planets orbited their sun, one gas giant hovering nearby, lonely. They called their planet Elysium, paradise, and it is. Clear skies with fluffy white clouds, greens and blues that hurt to look at. Gleaming cities of gold and silver dotted the landscape. A tranquil, perfect place. The angels were the envy of all gods. Devoid of free will, efficient and unquestioning. A perfect creation. Only amateur gods create their species with free will. While the old gods, those who have survived the passing of eras, have perfected the process of embedding their law into the very being of their species. Those less practiced find themselves with occasional uprisings, but those who resist always have the gifted fires within them severed. Though even with imperfect species, these uprisings are few and far between, because even amateurs know not to give the reins fully to their species. The Testaments, Volume 4. Imperfections. I can sense them. The abominations of nature. It seems my work is not finished. The light of my fire will reach all. The angels attacked the council first. Meteors rained mercilessly on foreign cities and towns. The sky went dark with ash. Jets of fire struck down armies of unprepared fools, pacified by peace. The angels were relentless. Those who looked into their countless eyes found only the depths of the void. There was no pain, no remorse, no anger found in the angels that day, as the bodies slain formed a second layer of the world. And so it went on. City after city after city. World after world after world. Despite overwhelming force, the council was losing ground year by year. The ruined landscape left behind by the armies of fallen gods were turned into a second Elysium. Perfect copies, each and every one of them, the worlds and the soldiers. Half a galaxy away, a broken Earth spins around a dead solar system. Fragment of retrieved journal entry. The ground trembles. Even now I can hear the cracking of stone and the shuddering of pebbles beneath my feet. The earth has been cracked open, exposed to open air. The moon above floats in fragments. Meteor showers pound the ground even now, leaving the planet bruised. I don't think any of the population centers survived. I can feel the sun's heat on my back as I walk. My throat is parched, but the river has turned to blood. I can only imagine what the ocean looks like. The ones that are left are hiding from the horsemen, but there is no use fearing death anymore. We can no longer die. They still scream. because the God of the Angels did not only create once. For hundreds of years during the Council's golden years, countless barren, broken, scarred worlds have been found. Worlds cracked, burnt, frozen, wrecked, and devoid of any semblance of sentient life. It was his experiment, the pursuit of the ultimate species. The Council at the time chalked it up to a first contact gone wrong. Most of these worlds were on the fringes of the galaxy, after all, and the Council does not have the power to survey the entire galaxy. But in all his experiments, his ultimate failure was his first, for his first creations were given the gift of free will. The humans were undoubtedly a flawed species, but they also burned the brightest. They made mistakes, they made masterpieces, going far beyond the original expectations of the Creator. Somewhere along the way, the fire of divinity that he has gifted us had become the fire of humanity, fueled by the choices we were making. Blessings were discarded for technology as we rapidly advanced. Soon, we would be beyond his reach. We no longer needed him to survive. We were cultivating the fire only the divine could produce. And so he sought to destroy us. He turned his world into smouldering chunks, turned his oceans to seas of blood. He thinks he has killed us all. He thinks wrong. We're still here, and despite our transformation from flesh to steel, we're still human. We will offer our fire freely to those who have been severed from theirs. If gods can die, it only proves they can be killed. The Testaments, Volume 1. I have seen what they can do. I have seen what they can achieve. I have seen how low they could sink and how far they could rise. They would kill us all if given half a reason. This was a mistake.